4 runs. The thing about Panton Hill pitches and Diamond Valley cricket is that the new ball is so valuable. Once you get rid of the new ball, runs come so easy. So you can see that with Panton Hill's openers failing this match, it leaves the rest of the batting order vulnerable. So that was screamed down the range. It's a bit of a deja vu. This team, whoever they are, need to figure out what to do. Mitchell playing very well. This partnership seeming to hold up here. I predicted it. Mitchell playing his shots. Bentley just holding up at end. Seems to be stopping the flow of the wickets. Oh, great shot from her. Only the one. Here we go. Mitchell on strike. Oh, play and miss. End of the over. Bentley on strike. Nice shot. Bentley off his pads. A little bit of single.
Who's first?
So Luke Balding to come, Will Bateman, Harry Rinya and Dylan Barfield to come.
I'll be up in about 10 minutes, alright?
Alright. And that's the end of Mitchell. That's a huge wicket. And now you'd have to say that the fielding team are favourites here. This is one heck of a game. But now Panton Hill have their backs against the wall. And it doesn't look good. Luke Balding. We haven't seen him this season. Let's just get his stats out. "17 runs he's scored at an average of 8.5, so we haven't seen the best of Luke so far this season. He hasn't. We didn't see him last match do anything except for wicket keep. He did okay, but now he's got a bat, and he's got to bat well. He's got to make a 30 or a 40 to steer victory to the Panhillians. Luke Balding on strike. That was ridiculous appeal. End of the over. Panton in trouble. 6 for 59. Well, they are slowly getting there, but they're just losing too many wickets. They need a good 30 or 40 run partnership. And that will really put the cap far as the fielding team are concerned, because they'll think that they're dead on top. Bentley, just on the 2 he's got. Panton's current record 2-0-1. Now, will that be 3-0-1 or 2-1-1 after this match? Bentley playing very well. He always plays well. Didn't get him out early, and he'll probably stick around for a while now. Hopefully he'll continue his good form of the bat that he's shown. As for Balding, I don't know what type of form he's in. He hasn't batted any match practice for a while. So we'll just see if he's rusty. Maybe he's playing good. The medium pacer in. Stop there. Would have gotten 4 from that, and that's the end of the over. For the first time, Mitchell fell before he scored 50. But he made enough runs that now scores about 60, which means they're halfway there. It means a good partnership could just about put them back in the match. Al Bentley, while he's been on the cricket field, he hasn't done well with the bat. Including today's innings, he's got 9 runs at 4.5. Bowling off the mark, good shot from him.
Come on, run him, run him!
Temperature's rising. Fielding will be tougher the longer they stay out there. Fantastic shot by Al Bentley. It's a boundary. Al's career season aggregate goes to 13. End of the over.
Run him!
Good running. It's a free. 71 for 6. The partnership's worth 12 now. Need another 20 or 30 more runs before you really fancy Panton coming back in this match. Misfield there. Brings about an extra run. Edge through the slips. A slip fielder is never going to catch it in under 16s. So 6 runs. Off that over, all run. And that's the drinks break. No, it's not the drinks break. Bentley taking off his jumper. Score moves on to 77. Getting closer. I'd say, as an expert at Channel 8, that if they make it to 100 for 6, then Panton could consider themselves favourites. But when you look at the batting to come, Harry Winnie can stick around. I'm not sure about Bateman and his batting ability. And Dylan Barfield actually batted in the middle order in the H grade in round 1. So he must have some sort of batting ability. Bad ball there, and they'll pick up the run.
Deck out!
Now, normally Channel 8 doesn't approve of players being in the commentary box, but we've got a special exception because of his fine record. We've got Ty Gilmore in the commentary box.
Good evening.
Now, your team's not looking too good here.
Well, we got dug ourselves into a bit of a hole, but we're slowly getting out of it.
Yes, 60 runs to win. Just Harry Rinya, Will Bateman and Dylan Barfield to come. It's not great at batting, but you'd feel that if you can just halve the target, reach the 100 with these two, 30 runs to win, try and apply the pressure, and you should be able to win.
Yes, we should be able to win. I reckon from here, if Al and Luke get a run partnership, we should be able to win it.
Yeah, so you feel that, which team are you playing? What's his team?
Thomastown.
Thomastown United.
Mm.
Thomastown or Thomastown United?
One
of them. It's one of them, and they'll try and bring back their opening bowlers.
Yeah, he swung in a fair bit.
The tall guy, Solanke, or the multicultural bowler?
The tall guy.
Tall guy. Yes, he looked like the best of the bowlers.
Mm. And he didn't go for very many.
Medium pacer in, left alone by Balding. Hasn't batted a lot this season, Balding, and he'll be looking for some runs. Well, Ty, Al Bentley came back with the ball with 4 wickets. He was a bit worried about his form.
During the week, he'd been telling me how much of bad luck he's having this season, but I just gave it back to him after he got his 4-for.
Yep. His figures are now 4 for 80 for the season, so his average is now better than yours, surprisingly. After, at one point, being none for 60. So he's completely turned it around.
Hopefully it can keep happening.
Yes. Oh! Great shot there!
Oh, it's gone through the gate as well.
I couldn't follow that ball, it was too quick. That's 4 runs to Balding. And that's his, he's reached double figures. Well, the ball has gone through the gate, which means it's gone down the nets. Mitchell just relaying a drink to Bentley. Target now gone down to possibly low 50s. So the batsmen just have to keep hammering away at the target. And eventually the pressure will be applied on Thomastown. Ty, how do you feel about your own dismissal?
Oh. Well, it was I didn't have my bat and pad together, And it sort of jagged back in a bit.
Alright, so it went through the gate.
Yeah.
Wasn't it inside edge or something?
No, didn't hit
No?
it.
Oh. So,
I was shattered.
well, you seemed to get to the ball, but it just bowled you.
Yeah. But I like that cricket.
Yes. Now, is there anything that you can come up with to justify this sudden slump after such a good start to the season for your team?
Gee, that's a tough one.
Well, Heath got a good ball. John threw his wicket away, I feel.
Yeah.
Jackson played a bad shot.
Yeah.
Brad kind of played a bad shot. It was
Played away from his ball.
yes. Well, that's what happens when the ball's didn't swing and left alone nicely. Rowan got a good ball, but he didn't play it properly.
Yeah.
And you got a good ball, and that's all the wickets, I believe. So, some good bowling, which is surprising because Thomastown haven't gone very well this season.
Yeah, I know. Although they've been considered as a bowling team more than a batting team.
Well, after we saw their batting last week, you'd say, I hope they're good at bowling. End of the over. Well, Thomastown have two bowlers that are tall. There's one guy over there, that's Solanke, and there's medium pacer.
Yeah, the bowler over there, his
Yes.
name's Nathan Brown.
Yes, well. This guy, he looks tall, so you'd think he could generate some pace and bounce, but looking at his action, ugh, it's a bit uncoordinated. You'd think not much experience at the game, almost. As the weather is getting nice and warm, pleasant even.
Looks overcast today.
Well, I think overcast is the best because the sun gets covered by the clouds and you don't get the glare. Now, Ty, Money Shield clash, Mill Park versus Panton Hill.
Yes. We started the day pretty good last week with Stewie and Trap making a few runs.
Most people made double figures except for you and Willow.
Yeah, that's it.
So, pretty all-round good. The openers got to a good start.
We had one batsman that just got over the double figures into the 151.
Yes. Well, Mochi needed to do it. He was terribly out of form.
Yeah.
He'd only scored 50 last match, so he needed the runs on the board. And he got them this time, but he just has to keep going if he's going to keep his place in the side, I'm afraid.
I tell you, he needs to find some runs pretty quick if that's
Yes.
Big Jack.
Well, yes,
After his 100,
Big Jack.
he hasn't had pretty much
How
anything.
many fouls has he had? 2? It's incredible. Incredibly bad form. Considering the high standards that we're now setting, Jack's in big trouble. And with Nathan Grimshaw making 100, all he needs to do is take some wickets.
You
And
never know.
yes,
And Willows looks like he's in pretty good form with the bat.
well,
4 ducks for the season so far.
4 ducks.
Yep.
Well, that's amazing because we know what kind of great batsman Willow is. But Willow and Teakle have seemed to take a backward step. They've decided to just sit back in the low batting order and let the rest of the team do the work. Teakle's batted in 11.
Willow's batted at 9.
9, so he was batting at 5 or 6. He did open.
Yeah.
So they've decided to sit back. They're still bowling a lot with the new ball.
But I do think Willow will have a big score this season.
Oh yes, you can't back him Just needs one situation for him to come in to play some shots. Willow actually, on Thursday, got an extra training session in.
Yeah.
So he's obviously a bit worried about his form. So hopefully he'll get some runs soon. But now's not the time, got to get some wickets.
Yeah, because there's no chance of him getting dropped because his bowling's just...
Yes. Good shot there by Luke Balding. I think it was slowed down by the fielder and it didn't go for 4. So, good resistance by these two. The target's now chipping down to possibly below 50, which is good signs. They might just start feeling the pressure soon.
Hey. Hey. Can you get the score?
It's 90. We're at 90.
Off how many overs?
About 20. How many? 25 or so.
Oh, 90. We're going great.
You sure
So,
are.
that's 40 runs
To win.
to win. So,
4 wickets in hand.
they've already decided to bring back on the opening bowler, multicultural bowler, whatever his name is.
I think his first name's Sam.
Sam. Doesn't really fit him. If it was Sanjay. End of the over.
Or a Hashan Tilakaratna.
Yes. Now, will they consider bringing on the other opening bowler if they're looking for those wickets?
I'll keep on
With
medium pace.
this tall medium pacer. Al's on strike. I think Al has a better chance of getting him away than Luke. The field is very, very orthodox.
I think he missed that by
Yes.
at least a foot.
You've got the big guy, which they're basically protecting in the field at slip.
Yeah.
You've got the gully, which is just basically a short third man. Point, cover, and an extra cover. Al has to really slow down his stroke play to get the ball right. And it appears to be a backward square leg, mid wicket, and mid on.
It's unusual not having a fine leg.
Well, he's obviously he's not fast enough.
Yeah.
So if he bowls at his pads, it'll just go to square leg.
Shot Al.
And Al, having to force his own pace, hits it straight to the fielder.
Hopefully Al can find some good form.
Well, lots of weighing on Al. Good shot. Oh, and it gets away.
Should be 2 here. Easy 2.
Well, Luke's a little bit of
I've been helpful.
what's Luke? What would you call him? There's the football term when he's the small guy that runs fast.
Got me lost.
Alright. Good stuff. Al just defending that away. Got ball. Coming up towards the lunch break, or the breakfast break, or whatever you'd like to call it.
It's this early in the morning, will probably breakfast break.
So,
Al defends once again.
yes, good defence by Al. End of the over. Cultural bowler to go round the wicket to Balding.
Balding comes forward.
Well,
Nice attacking shot.
the surprising thing about Luke is that he's a small fella, but he can actually hit the ball hard once he gets his iron.
And he's got a very good technique.
Well, for the left hand, it's always hard to get a good technique.
Well dug out.
Yes. They'll probably give this multicultural bowler his final overs, and then they'll probably bring on the opening bowler because they need to. Because this partnership's going well. Not out. And he's out.
Ooh.
Oh, must have been a very close one, because bowling round the wicket, the angle comes in, can get forward, and it goes outside the line. So, very unfortunate dismissal for Balding. He seemed to be playing well,
Yeah.
and just when we were saying that Panton are on top, now they've lost their 6th wicket, or is it the 7th? 7th. Harry Rinya to come, just Bateman and Barfield. So, Harry Rinya, the bowling all-rounder, or I don't know what he is now. He used to be a bowling all-rounder.
He's not known much for his batting. But hopefully he can hit a couple of balls.
Yes,
Just stay there while I can.
yes. It's now it's a bit of a different equation, because Balding and Bentley were sticking around, getting the runs, hitting a couple of boundaries, running quickly. And now, Harinya, who has scored 7 runs and an average of 7, players score 7, now comes into it, and he isn't as good a batsman as Balding.
But he doesn't have to play shots, all he has to do.
Yes.
Just stick around.
But the problem is that now Al's not a big boundary hitter, so he's going to have to left alone down the leg side. So Al's got to somehow be able to get those runs, singles and 3s and 2s, and the occasional boundary that he scores, while protecting Rinya.
Al's got a lot of weight on his shoulders.
Yes, but I think Al can handle it as long as Rinya stays around. Got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, this doesn't look good for your team, Ty, but don't lose faith.
Well, haven't lost it yet.
Even if you lose this game, it's not the end of the world, because in most premiership years, you have to lose a couple of games.
Yeah.
I let a guest in for the commentary box.
What about that bowling around the wicket to a left-hander and give him an LB?
Well, Channel 8 viewers, the tape is up to 57 minutes, so we'll only have 8 more minutes of viewing for this session. And we've got a special return to the commentary box. We've got Jumpin' Cliff Jones.
Well, Jumpin Cliff was ready to jump off the cliff just about then with that position. And that's a lovely shot. It'll run away for a couple. Lovely camera work there by special Channel 8 team, bringing you for the first time the magnificent tripod series coverage.
Yes. Which coincides with Susan Lazy's retirement.
Yes, well, it's in with the new and out with the old. Certainly Panton in a little bit of trouble here. Nice shot, but still a ball moving. You can still see that outswing right from the hand, so it shouldn't really worry the batsman, but it has worried every other batsman of Panton so far.
It's pretty amazing, Cliff. We're up to the 20-something over, late 20s, and still swinging at Panton Hill. If you gave that out.
You just never know what's going to happen, do you?
Yes.
Sorry, Dave.
So I think a rereading of the rule book might be called for.
Yes. And I'm just getting the warning that there is only 5 minutes of tape left in the session. So hopefully session's ending soon.
In comes the bowler, just one little outies, and clipped away onto the off. There's plenty of time for an easy single. And it's a little bit on the shoulders of young AB out there. Is that young AB?
Yes, that's the young AB. Harry Rinya now. Yet to get off the mark.
His job really, I think, will be to survive.
Yes, but how are you going to put all the effort on Al to make the runs when he's not a boundary hitter? Not out. Too high. End of the over.
Well, how's the time looking there, Chukka?
Chukka, the time is in 7 seconds.
No, I meant the other time.
In 7 seconds, it's going to be the...
Well, I'm going to
There
ask
it
you
is.
that question in another 7 seconds.
As for the...
1 hour of play gone, so we've still got plenty of time.
Well, that's on the camera. On the grandstand clock, it's 7 minutes past 10.
So time...
Fantastic shot by Al.
That ball's running away. It's going to go. It's going. It's going.
Boundary.
Is that Al's first for the day?
I think he scored another one. I'm not sure. We'll have to check out the statisticians in the luncheon break.
That one just
Dark.
pushed away through the cordon.
We're at 95.
95.
So, almost up to the 100. Which means just the 30 runs to win. And it could be even money. If they just happen to get 10, 15 more runs, you could say anyone can win.
Was that like a $2 coin? Even money? Well, what do you mean?
Bentley to face.
Flipped away, and that'll be more runs. A possible 2.
Fantastic camera work.
Yes. And young Rania running.
Can you help us out, Cliff? The football term for a small player that runs a lot.
Well, in the old days he would have been a rover.
No, not an official term, a casual term.
Well,
He's a little scamper, a little leopard, a little tiger, a little...
I don't know, he would have been an in and under player in the very modern vernacular.
Not tactically speaking, I'm talking about the drunken crowd speaking.
And again clipped off the pads, backward of square, and Bentley turning particularly well then.
Good running.
And there's
And is that the 100?
getting pretty close to it.
So, Panton making their 100.
Yes.
Fantastic feat there for them.
And maybe the ball not swinging so much for this guy. Maybe that's why that couple went down leg then.
It's a bit odd. He has the action to bowl swing, and yet he's not getting the swing. And that's the luncheon break.
With the match very evenly poised.
At 7 for 99 or 7 for 100, one of the two, as the Thomastown United team gets a blast from the coach. The batsmen Alistair Bentley and Harry Renier go off the field. Umpire flicking the ball in his fingers, acting like he knows what he's doing. And Mitch ready to address the troops.
Or tell off the umpire, one of those.
This is the Cracknell Reserve. This is the Channel 8 24-hour sport channel. We will see you in half an hour's play. See you then. Stand by for the country hour. Or, if you're in an eastern state, stand by for the cricket show, the Channel 8 cricket show.